Hi everyone, Paul Monaco here from Sample House Anything, and today we have a very, very special guest. We have in a special location. We're not going to even disclose where we are because it's secret, top secret. But we're here with Mario Tomei, who's the man behind this TALLIA shirt brand. And I wanted to ask him and let everybody know who is not familiar with the brand, the history of the brand, the fabrics, what goes in behind making some of these shirts for the people who don't know. I mean, when I saw some of the styles and what you've done with them and the way they fit and the tailoring and the materials, I was super impressed myself. So our viewers and our customers would love to know, not from me, but from the man who has been part of this culture and part of this team for many, many years. So Mario, why don't you tell me how, like a little bit of the history of TALLIA. You said it's been around for how many years now?
The TALLIA brand name has been around for well over 100 years. It was one of America's leading tailored clothing companies. And about 15 years ago, it was acquired by another major tailored company, a clothing company, and during which time they thought of a brand called TALLIA Orange.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted the brand at the time to be leading edge fashion at a price. And what does that mean? We wanted to take on all the great designs that were out there and put together a fantastic collection. We wanted to make sure that it covered a broad spectrum of customers.
Mm-hmm.
Age was a factor. We wanted to be a young customer, and it turned out we had customers ranging from 25 to 55, one
Right.
Italian brand. And of course, we came up with these wonderful designs. We worked very closely with many of our Italian mills.
Interesting.
Much of it is inspired by their collections, and of course we work closely with them. And over the years we decided to start branching out on our own, creating our own patterns and designs, following the trend in our markets. And today we have some of these great patterns, our paisleys, our checks, our stripes, our florals. And you know, it's amazing that the paisley never dies out. It's been around from the beginning of the brand time, and it still continues to go strong. This season we find florals are also very strong. Neats are terrific, you can wear, and any one of these shirts you can put under a suit, you can put under a blazer, you can wear it casual with denims, you can, you know, go out formal, wear it to the office, or just relax with it.
What I love what you've done, Mario, first and foremost, is that you've really brought, global fashion into an American brand per se, and that's something you don't find, especially some of these paisley prints here, and paisleys, came from Persia.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just amazing how that's all come around, and the floral prints. But I've noticed a lot of trend, and this is what I've noticed, and you validate this. Is this? I see a little bit of movement going to the the 60s inspired.
Oh, definitely.
And you've brought this into this collection, into this brand, which is like fantastic.
Well,
you don't see this in other,
no,
companies or organizations where it's a value-based product.
Absolutely. We really want to follow what is happening today in the world, and social media has become such a powerful tool to refer to, and whether you have awards or you have ceremonies or you have athletes, they all want to look different and special. Mm-hmm. And of course, this is what makes this brand so unique, or the look of the brand so unique. And the other thing I want to touch upon is that when you look at the styling, we don't play around with the fit. We don't play around with the collar. We keep one collar, one cuff, one fit, but let the pattern itself do all the talking. And it's a personality. It's what that person wants to feel at the time when they put this garment on. So it's fun.
The fit itself is more of a
modern fit.
It's not like a full cut fit where it's like oversized, which is what I love. And I'm wearing one's very here that. Absolutely love these products.
Absolutely, it's a modern fit. It's not super generous and it's not super slim. Right. This is a fit that's been with TALLIA for many seasons, and we're not messing around with it now. We're going to keep it and go forward with it.
And tell us about, so for our viewers who don't understand what goes into behind making a shirt, the height of the collars, the collar spread itself, the buttons. I mean, like I noticed that these are, and please, I'm talking about as if I know something and I don't. Talk about the
Well, we have-
the spray collar, and also the placket itself.
It's
Because
yes,
it's a French placket, right? This is which this is.
exactly.
correct?
It's a French placket.
Placket, which can be worn
You can wear it
any way you want. Right?
Any way you
Sports
want.
shirt.
It's a sports shirt, as a dress shirt, as a formal. You want it more casual. So the interesting thing is that every one of these shirts, number one, can be worn with a tie, because we have what's called a moderate spread collar.
A modern spread.
Moderate spread collar. It's a kind of our standard collar. It fits well whether you wear it as a sports shirt, whether you wear it with a tie, whether you're wearing it with a suit. It's the one basic collar which I think has a great history with it.
Which is what you're
Which
wearing
is
right
what
now.
I'm wearing as well right now.
Which
It's
is always
just a spread collar.
modern spread collar.
So when we put it with the rest of our fashion, with our blazers and our sports jackets, we definitely feel comfortable with this collar, and most of our customers enjoy that collar. They have not once complained that the collar's too big or too small. It's just the right
size.
and right size. We have a very soft finish collar, so it doesn't feel like they're wearing a neck brace.
Mm-hmm.
Very casual.
I've seen that before.
Very
Where some of the collars are really, really tremendously tall,
And
and
you know,
you
that's
feel
a-
like it is like a neck brace.
It's yes, and it's a fashion statement that most people like to wear. This is a collar that fits just about every gentleman with any neck size.
Right.
And that's the nice thing about it. The placket itself is a French placket. It's clean, so it doesn't disrupt the flow of the pattern. Our cuffs are nice wide 3-inch cuffs, adjustable barrel.
Adjustable barrel. What?
Means you can tighten up the cuff
Barrel? Okay.
or keep it loose, or in my situation, I never button them up.
Right. They're like, all right, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's got 6 buttons down the front, a single button at the top, which gives you 7 buttons all together. Again, it's a nice shirt you can wear over your pant or tucked in.
I love the
very
versatility
of the shirt.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And last but not least, and I know this, the materials, the cottons that you chose. I mean, you handpicked these things.
I handpick all the qualities of the fabrics. We decide every pattern, certain designs do not permit the same construction. So we need to make sure that if we're dealing with a flock shirt or dealing with a blended tencel, or all our shirts are designed with fabrics that really perform the best. The majority of our fabrics are 100% cotton. We've recently started introducing on a more inclusion into our fabrics is our spandex. 2 or 3%, which gives it a whole comfort feel,
Right.
which allows you to stretch it. Otherwise, it's the finest cottons that we can get our hands on for the price, and it's durable and it lasts. This is not something you wear once or twice in your laundry. You can wear this shirt for quite some time.
Because you've been how long have you been in the fashion business, Mark?
I've been in the business for almost 35. I think I'm going to 38
Right.
years. So it's I've seen a lot. We all have, like yourself.
Right.
And the interesting thing about fashion is changing very rapidly. So we
Does,
want-
and what I love is that you're in the middle of fashion,
absolutely.
and you bring your knowledge and experience and expertise to a brand like this, which our customers have not been exposed to for the most part. I mean, they just typically, we found they go in and they just buy something off the rack, and it kind of looks like this, but it isn't this, because there's a total difference when you wear a shirt like this compared to something that's just at a simple, I'm not going to use a word, like a department store type
Yes.
of, they look some prints like this, but
They see the prints, but
Right.
again, this is more specialized. We like to provide these collections to a lot of our specialty stores that have a more one-to-one, person-to-person relationship. But guess what? You find them all across the country, so it's not limited. And
it's a global
what you're
brand, too.
doing, it's a global brand, and we're having great successes
We are.
as the brand moves forward. We'll see a lot of new, interesting things to the collection.
Mario, I want to thank you for your
Thank you
time.
for
Thank
having
you
me.
for watching Sample House and everything. It's an amazing
Pleasure.
knowledge for me to learn more about the products that I absolutely love, and I always like to know a little bit more of the history of the products, the people behind the products, because it is it expresses your individuality, and knowing where it stems from, it just makes it that much more engaging for me. So,
100%.
Mario, thank you once
Thank you.
again.
Thank you for
Okay,
having
until
me.
next time,
Pleasure.
Sample House and everything. Paul Monaco.